Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to episode 52 of Wrestling with Brent. As usual, I'm just going over the wrestling shows for the week and the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Uh, yep, so let's get into it. What I'm gonna do is as usual, I'm gonna give all my general thoughts and then I'll circle back and match by match and talk a little bit about it. I'll try not to take up too much y'all's time. I'll just try to be as quick as possible. Um, yep, so here we go. Uh, First, I want to talk about AEW. Uh, Thought AEW Friday night was a good show. It was nothing special, but nothing on it was particularly bad, in my opinion. A lot of people didn't like the MMA rules cage fight. I'm actually of the opinion I actually liked it. I know most people didn't, but I liked it. I was interested to see how they was going to pull it off. Um, how they was going to do it. If they was going to be real about it, or was going to be a shoot, or was going to be wrestling wise. They was gonna fake it. Uh, they ended up faking it. But I still liked it. I thought it was entertaining. They even threw a couple wrestling moves in there just to be different. Um, so yes, this wasn't as bad as I think people made it out to be. Uh, but it wasn't great either. They should never try it again. But it is something they tried, and I give them props for trying. Something different. You know, so yeah. I will say, contrary to what others believe, that I thought this was still better than WWE's Raw Underground attempts at MMA that they done a while back. That was just a complete failure. Also, I thought this was better than the Bar for All, and I actually liked the Bar for All back in the day when I was a kid. I thought this was better than that. So, you know. But the Octagon, the cage looked good. They made everything feel realistic. Uh, and then when the match started, you could tell, they was pulling their punches and things like that. Uh, yes, but this was okay. Uh, JK got the win, got the choke, head on head arm triangle choke uh, in the second round, and Wardlow went out, and Hager got the win. So, yep. Also, there was a handicap match, Darby Allin versus Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page. I thought it was good. Darby Allin put up a heck of a fight. Um, but Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page got the win. Also, we had Eddie Kingston and Pete Azito and Frank Kazarian versus Matt Jackson, the Good Brothers. This was a good match. I liked it. Um, I thought everybody looked good in it. It's always good to see Eddie Kingston. I always like to see Kazarian and Pente Azito. I liked how Pente Azito had on his Joker attire back on. I thought that was cool. I just think it's the best looking attire. It's so cool. Um, Plus, I think it fits him, his characters and all. Uh, yep. Uh, Matt Jackson, the Good Brothers, they all looked good. Uh, Nick Jackson interfered towards the end of the match and sprayed some of the spray into Penta Azito Miro's eyes. Uh, Eventually, Matt Jackson, the Good Brothers, got the pin, and they beat Eddie Kingston, Penta Azito Miro, and Kazarian. Um, so there was that. It was a good match. I liked it. Uh, the next match we saw a match with Cody Rhodes and Brock Anderson versus QT Marshall and Aaron Solo. Brock Anderson is the son of Arn Anderson. This was his first ever match. I thought he looked really good. I liked his style. I liked his ring attire, how he kept it old school with his ring attire look. Uh, he looked like an old school professional wrestler. I liked that. Um, I thought he did a good job, had some good takedowns. His punches looked good. I thought he looked in really good shape. I was impressed. I thought he did a good job. Uh, Q10 and Solo did a good job, and Cody always did a good job. This was a really good match. I really liked it. Good match. I liked it. So, yep. I want to say Cody and Cody and Brock got the win, I believe. So, yep. It was good. I liked it. Uh, they also had a sit down interview for Andrade El Idolo uh, with Jim Ross. It was good. I liked it. Um, In it, I thought it was interesting. Andrade said he has a surprise. Him and Big Girl has a surprise for everyone. I wonder what that could be. I have no idea. That should be interesting. Um, Also, we had a match between Orange Cassidy and Cesar Bononi. A lot of people I heard that liked this match. I personally liked it. I thought it was really good. I really liked it. Orange Cassidy did a good job. Orange Cassidy got the win. Um, I like how the Hollywood Hunk got involved, Ryan Nemeth, and they was kind of making fun of Orange Cassidy and spraying them with makeup, putting their clothes on them. They were mocking him. Uh, Making fun of them being bullies, being jerks. So I understood that being heels. Uh, so it fit with their character, is what I thought. But it was a good match. Orange Cassidy did a really good job. Good match. I liked it. Orange Cassidy got the win with the orange punch. Yep. Uh, so yep, that was AEW. All in all, I thought it was a good show. I liked it. Nothing great, nothing special, but I liked it. It was a good show. If I had to give it a grade, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. Yep. So now we have Ring of Honor. Uh, I thought this was a very good episode. I really liked it. I was really into the matches, the matchups, and the promos were good. Priest Coleman and Ring of Honor, he always does a good job on commentary, and they did again as usual. Uh, so here's the matches. It has the ROH World Television Title Triple Threat match. The champion Tony Deppen versus Dragon Lee and Hot Sauce Tracy Williams. Versus Hot Sauce Tracy Williams. It was a very good match. I really liked it. Also, they had a Survivor of the Fittest qualifying match, Bandito versus Bateman. I thought this was good as well. Also, we saw the return of Vinny Marcellia at the end. I thought that was cool, and I liked his promo at the end. Uh, yep, so the first match was the Survivor of the Fittest qualifying match, Bandito versus Bateman. I really enjoyed this match. Anything with Bandito in it is just always entertaining. Had a lot of good high flying. Bandito style back and forth. Bandito showing his toughness. Bateman looked really good as well. Um, in the end, Bandito got the win. Um, Bateman lost at the end of the thing. All of a sudden, you hear Vinny Marcella's voice, and so you heard Vinny Marcella's voice, and then he comes out, cuts a promo, and's talking. He has the woman with him and the other wrestler. Uh, Vinny Marcella gets in the ring and basically tells Bateman, you messed up, you disappointed, you let me down. Bateman holds his arms open like he's expecting to be there, like he's expecting it. The woman comes and attacks Bateman out of nowhere, beats the crap out of him. Yeah. This was a cool segment. I liked it. Good match. Cool segment afterwards. I liked it. It was good. Oh, also was the other guy, Dutch, was in there with Marcella and them. Yep. So this was good. I liked it. Good match. Good segment. After that, we had the next match was the Ring of Honor World Television title match. I thought this was very good. I really liked it. I like how Saucy always puts on good matches. Anything involving Dragon Lee is always great, in my opinion. Tony Deppen did a really good job as well. Um, I like how Tony Deppen was being the ultimate heel. Uh, Tracy Williams put up a good fight, like he always does. Took a beating. Dragon Lee did really well. Dragon Lee did a good job. I actually liked the ending. I didn't like it at first, but I like how they explained it afterwards. Um, Basically, what happened was Tony Deppen got the roll up pin on hot sauce, and Dragon Lee had plenty of time to bring it up, but Dragon Lee didn't. After that, Kenny Dragon Lee got up on the ramp, and Kenny King and the rest of Lugosi Monopolists come out and they said, Kenny King said, "You idiots." He said, "I outsmarted you. The only thing is, Dragon Lee didn't have to get the victory. Dragon Lee just didn't have to be pinned." Um, So it didn't really matter if Tony Deppen or Tracy Williams won or not, as long as Dragon Lee didn't get the pin. So I liked that. It was a good pun by Kenny King to end the show. So this was a really, I really enjoyed this episode of Ring of Honor. I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. So it was good. Now, really quickly, I want to, just because I forgot, I want to go back over the AEW show to make sure I didn't miss anything. And of course, I did. Uh, After the MMA cage fight, um, Team Taz backstage. They cut a promo. It was good. I liked the promo. I thought it was good. Like I said, I talked about the Scorpio Sky Ethan Page match. Page, defending the Ego's Edge and got the victory on Darby Allin. So Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page got the victory on Allin. Uh, I already talked about the Orange Cassidy match. Orange Cassidy hit the orange punch on Bononi to get the win. Also, they had a promo backstage. Marvez doing a promo with Jungle Boy backstage. It was good. Kenny Omega showed up on a golf cart and cut a funny little promo talking about picnics and bare knuckle sandwiches and stuff like that. It was funny. Knuckle sandwiches. I thought it was funny. Omega attacks Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy fights back. Omega kicks Nakazawa out of the golf cart, and the Jungle Boy continues to beat up Nakazawa after Nakazawa interfered and hit Jungle Boy in the head with a laptop. So this was funny. I liked it. Yep, it's a good segment. Um, Commercial break. Back from commercial. The Hardy family office and Marvez have an interview. Matt Hardy's talking about Christian breaching his contract. Yep. This is just setting up the feud between Matt Hardy and Christian even more. I liked it. It was good. Um, I already talked about the Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar match, and yes, I was right. Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar did get the win. Cody hit a crossbody on the QT. Brock got a roll up on Aaron Solo and got the win for them. So Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar did win the match. So yep, good match. I liked it. Uh, Lance Archer and Jake Roberts cut a quick promo. I liked it. It was good. Uh, Archer just kind of shouted, and Roberts just kind of followed him and left with just a quick little promo. Yep. Back from commercial, we have Marvez with the Dark Order. Heyman Page said he accepts Team Taz's challenge. Team Taz challenged him earlier in the show. So that should be good. So we'll see. That was good. Uh, the next match is Penelope Ford and Julia Hart. Um, I thought this was a good women's match. I liked it. I thought it was one of the better women's matches they've had in AEW. Uh, so I thought it was a good match. I liked it. Penelope Ford beat Julia Hart by locking in. Penelope Ford looks so beautiful. So did Julia Hart. Penelope Ford's beautiful as always. I'm just a big fan of hers. She's a super nice person and a really good wrestler. Penelope Ford won the match by getting the Muda lock in on Julia Hart, and it looked really cool. Yep. So Penelope Ford's your winner. After the match, Miro interrupt. He asked what Kip was and tells 14 will fight for her honor and attack the Varsity Blondes. Referee put it apart momentarily, but Miro goes for the attack again. Yep, so that's what that was. I liked the match and the segment afterwards. I always like Miro's crazy, unhinged promos. Yep, crazy Miro, that's the Miro I like. So, yep. We get an interview backstage with Britt Baker. It was good. I liked it. I like Britt Baker's heel character, DMD. That's funny. Yep. They also show a video package of FTR versus Santana and Ortiz. The video package was really good. Commercial break, back from commercial. Uh, Max Sterling and Jay Cargo do a promo, and I thought it was good. I liked it. Uh, then it's later to the Eddie Kingston and Matt Jackson Good Brothers match. I've already talked about that. I thought it was a good match. I liked it. Matt Jackson and the Good Brothers got the win. Carl Anderson hit a super cutter and got the victory. So, yep. And that's how Dynamite went off the air. So, yes, this was a good Dynamite show. I liked it. Give it a 6 out of 10. So, it was a good show. I liked it. So, yep. Now I'm going to be reviewing the recent GCW Game Changer Wrestling show. It was called Outlaw Mudshow. I thought that was a funny title. A little dig at Cornette. Um, yes, but I thought this was another really good GCW show. I really enjoyed it. Again, I thought this was better than Hell in a Cell by a long shot. Um, yes, it's very good. I also found out later that Cops was called to the event during the main event, the Nick Gage and Mance Warner title match, because they was fighting at the concession stand and somebody called the cops and cops evidently thought it was real. Yep, so funny. The whole setup was funny. Joey Ryan and the owner of GCW was on, on commentary, and the Kevin guy was on commentary. It was hilarious. They was in a barn, so the feed was choppy at times. They was literally in a barn in Wyoming. But I liked the atmosphere. It was really funny, and they had you could hear the cows moving in the background. It was hilarious. Um, some of them even used the horses and cows and came in on donkeys and stuff for the entrance. Thought that was funny. Uh, talking about the smells and just stuff like that. You see the bones in the back and the what you call them, uh, the stables. It was just really cool. They was even doing at one point doing backflips off the stables. It was just really fun. Just a really cool show. I really enjoyed it. And I'll give you the results. Um, Jordan Oliver was against Gringo Loco. Jordan Oliver, if y'all remember him, he was wrestles a lot on MLW as part of Injustice with Myron Reed. Um, yep, I like Jordan Oliver a lot. He's a really good wrestler. Gringo Loco was impressed with him as well. So it was a good match. I liked it. Uh, Jordan Oliver got the win. Uh, Also, they had Chris Dickinson. We've seen him a lot on the Indies. He's in the Ring of Honor now. Chris Dickinson versus Too Cold Scorpio. He's somebody I hadn't really seen wrestle in a long time. I always liked him when I was a kid in the '90s in the Attitude Era in WWE. He come in with the Funks, him and Terry Funk, in the '90s for a little tag team run, and I liked him then. Um, really good wrestler. Um, I didn't like him on that Dark Side of the Ring episode. Where he was talking about how he was going to kill Hulk. I just thought he came off really arrogant, just kind of a jerk. So that kind of soured me on him personally, but I still like him as a wrestler. I always liked him as a wrestler. He was exciting, fun wrestler, had put on good matches, very acrobatic, very athletic, high flying, did a lot of cool moves. Since it was a good match, I thought even with his age being older, he put on a good match. He looked good here. I liked his attire, his dark blue attire. Uh, Chris Dickinson beat him. It was a good match. I liked it. Uh, the next match was the intergender match. Jimmy Lloyd against Alley Cat, or they call her Alley Catch in this. Uh, Fun fact: she used to be the longtime girlfriend of MJF, Maxwell Jacob Freeman in AEW. So that's interesting. I thought it was a good match. I liked it. Um, Jimmy Lloyd got the win. Yep, so it was a good match. Alley Cat put up a good fight, took a good beating, but Jimmy Lloyd beat her. Uh, Next match was a bull rope match. I liked this. I thought it was cool. One called Manders against Matthew Justice. I liked it. I thought it was a good match. Uh, One called Manders got the win. At one point, they used the bull rope and put a guy on a chair and tied the bull rope to the guy, and then put the chair in front of him. And the guy ended up jerking the bull rope and pulling him off the rope toward him. I thought it was really funny, and he hit the chair. It was kind of funny and looked vicious. Yep. So it was a good bull rope match. I liked it. Um, the next match was a guy named called Epi. Epi gets Warhorse. You might have saw Warhorse. He's a really popular indie wrestler. He's a champion on the indies, and he's also, he had that match with Cody Rhodes in AEW. I'm a fan of his. I like Warhorse. I like his look and gimmick and moves and all that. Um, I like Epi. But when I seen him, in the last GCW show, I liked him. Uh, Very different, but I like him. He's got a different style to him and got some cool moves. This was a very good competitive match. I really liked it. Um, they really went after it back and forth. Warhorse looked good, but I thought Epi looked even better. This was a really good competitive match. I really liked it. Epi got the win, so he beat Warhorse. So that was just kind of surprising, because Warhorse, is a big name on the Indies. But like I said with GCW, so is Epi. Epi's got a lot of fans. So, yep. So Epi defeated Warhorse. Also, the next match we had AJ Gray versus Owen Vedit. I've really become a fan of AJ Gray the more I've watched him wrestle here recently on these GCW shows. Like his intro to the Walk Flock of Flame song. I love that song. It's the first I've heard it. I love that song. Very cool entrance. Fans really like him. He's very charismatic. Has very New Jack-esque Eddie Kingston style to him. A Nick Gage style to him, so I like that. Um, he's just one of those people when he comes out, he just command your attention with his look and everything. Uh, it was a good match. I liked it. AJ Gray got the win. They used some weapons, um, some other through doors and stuff like that. Some barbed wire was involved. Um, so I liked it. It was a good match. AJ Gray got the win. Good match. Uh, Also on this card, I think it was the very beginning of the show, Ricky Morton come out and talked, and they said this was actually, let's make this match of the moment. This was actually the 50th state he's ever wrestled in, so he's wrestled in all 50 states. Uh, so that's awesome for Ricky Morton. He went up against Actus Koga. This was a good little match. Very good opening match. Ricky Morton actually surprised me and got the win. He got the win on Activist Crew with a small package roll up out of nowhere, pretty much surprised everybody. And Ricky Morton got the win. After that, Activist Koga attacked Ricky Morton. He hit him with a skewer. Uh, out of his pockets. He already took out in the match, and he did it 2 or 3 times. Beat up Ricky Morton. George Janela got up from commentary and went in and made the save and checked on Ricky Morton and walked him back to the back. Also, he got on the mic and called out to Cougar some choice words to challenge to a match coming up. So, yep, said, hey, I like to fight you. You said some choice words. Yep. So, yep, that was cool. And I also like George Janela's attire he had on. I thought that was cool. A cool shirt and belt buckle. So it was a good match. I liked it. Also now for the main event was the Bunkhouse Brawl for the GCW World Championship. Big match. Nick Gage versus Mance Warner. Mance Warner, like I said, was one of my favorites in MLW. The Southern Psychopath. Um, he's like a indie Stone Cold that does deathmatch wrestling, and he drinks light beers, and he's got a really cool redneck accent, redneck character. Just really cool sound to his voice, and he's really tough. Likes all the crazy hardcore style matches. He's a good wrestler. He's got some cool moves. He's got a lot of charisma. Can cut a promo. He's an entertaining guy. Um, he just has a presence about him, like AJ Gray. When he comes out, you can't take your eyes off him. He kind of drawn to him. Whenever he's on the screen. Whenever you see him, you just kind of command your attention. Uh, so is Nick Gage. So I was really looking forward to this match, and I thought it was very good. It was a very good match. They fought out in the crowd. They fought, slumped under through tables, through chairs. I mean, at one point Nick Gage got the fan to give him a chair, and the fan held a chair up for Nick Gage, and Nick Gage slammed the guy up, man, to one through a chair. I thought that was cool. To his face. They used barbed wire and busted each other open. Uh, Nick Gage was his signature pizza cutter and cut Matt Warner open. Matt Warner's bleeding everywhere. They fought in concession stands, slammed each other, tables on each other, slammed each other through doors. Anyways, this was a good match. I liked it. Um, Nick Gage eventually got the win, I believe, with his power driver on Matt Warner. So Nick Gage got the win. Very good match. I really liked it. Um, After the match, Nick Cage cut a long promo just saying, he loved the fans and Team DK all day, and then he called out Matt Cardona again. Zack Ryder said he wants to fight him. He hopes to fight him soon. Yep. And so Nick Cage just said thank you to all the fans and it's MDK all day, and I'm going to be the champion forever. So it's a good point by Nick Gage and a good way to end the show. Very good match. I really liked it. This was a very good GCW show. I liked it a lot. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I really liked it. So great. Another really good GCW show. Great show. 7 out of 10. So, yep. All right, now that's all for the GCW show. Now, real quick, I'm gonna go through the WWE show. I'm not gonna spend much time about this because it ain't really much to talk about. This show went exactly how I thought it was. It was kind of a Yawner show, a boring. Just very long and just kind of boring, kind of a waste of time. But at the same time, it still wasn't necessarily bad. There was nothing on here that was actually bad, actually. Like it wasn't just horrible, but I mean, it just wasn't nothing necessarily good either. Uh, Nothing really felt important or big. It just felt like it was an extension of Raw and SmackDown. They all could have been on Raw and SmackDown. Um, but it was good. Uh, The opening match I thought was good. Natalia against Mandy Rose. It was on the pre-show. I actually thought this was a good match. I liked it. I liked their promo last week. It was on TV. So this I thought this match was good. Natalia got the win on Mandy Rose. Natalia looked beautiful. Mandy Rose looked beautiful. Tamina looked beautiful as well. Um, Always good seeing Dana Brooke. So Natalia got the win for sharpshooter. Mandy Rose tapped out, but this was a good match. I liked it. Um, Good pre-show match. I liked it. Uh, all right, the first match on the pay-per-view was for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Bianca Belair versus Bayley. I thought this was an okay match, a good match. Wasn't terrible, but it was very long, and I just couldn't get into it. I was just kind of I just didn't really care. Not because I don't like both wrestlers. I like both wrestlers a lot. Big fan of Bianca Belair. I've been a fan of her since NXT. Same with Bayley. Big fan of Bayley. But like the way WWE builds up the matches now and everything, it's had no build to it. It was a weird build, cold build, just Uh, just felt very underwhelming. But it was a good, decent match. It was a good match. Uh, I didn't like how it was a Hell in a Cell match and they didn't use nothing with the cell at all. That was dumb. Then if you're not going to use the cell at all, then why it be a Hell in a Cell match? Just have it a regular match. But anyway, Bianca Belair and basically putting the KOD on the thing of chairs on the Bayley. Uh, Kiss of Death. So Bianca Belair beat Bayley. She's still the champion. Great being also liked how during the match Bianca Belair and Bayley used Bianca's braid in different ways this time in the match. I liked that. So it was a good match. I liked it. Bianca Belair got the win. The next match was Cesaro and Seth Rollins. It was okay, just kind of eh. It was another felt really long match and just kind of felt like a TV match. Didn't really feel important. It was a decent match. It was okay. Uh, they've had better matches. Cesaro's had better matches. Seth Rollins had better matches. This was okay. Nothing bad. Nothing special. Seth Rollins got the win. He beat Cesaro. Yep. Which didn't really make a whole lot of sense. They would have been trying to push Cesaro. I guess they couldn't have Seth Rollins lose much, but whatever, whatever. Seth Rollins got the win. Yeah. The next match was Alexa Bliss and Shayna Baszler. I was just to see where they was going to go with Alexa Bliss and Lily. And she, before the event started, she came on screen and cut up a good promo saying she was expected and expected. Uh, but this wasn't a good match. It ended up being a pretty straightforward match. Alexa Bliss did wrestle some. She beat Shayna Baszler. She used more of the hypnotizing stuff. This time she hypnotized Nia Jax, and I liked it how she would make a little face, and then Nia Jax, she would scream, and then Nia Jax would scream out. Uh, Yep. But Alexa Bliss ended up beating Shayna Baszler after Nia Jax got involved and slapped and Reginald still out there. Nia Jax got involved. Eventually Alexa Bliss got Shayna Baszler down in position for the Twisted Bliss off the top rope, and Alexa Bliss got the victory. Yep. So they have more hypnotizing by Alexa Bliss. I don't necessarily mind hypnotizing. Yes, it's dumb, but Alexa Bliss does a really good job at acting for him in the role. Yep, still better than having the doll involved. I also heard recently um, they was trying to have something with heard about a life-size doll of Lily. Shayna Baszler was going to fight her originally, so they scrapped that because of the bad reaction that the Angle got on Raw with Shayna Baszler the doll in the mirror. So at least they didn't do that. So yeah, this is okay. Uh, yeah, but still not great, but okay. Wasn't terrible. It was okay. Yep. So Alexa Bliss defeated Shayna Baszler. Uh, the next match was Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I thought this was a good match, but I'm tired of seeing these two wrestlers against each other. They've just wrestled each other so much. Um, didn't really have much build to it. Just kind of eh. But it was a good match, considering it had no build to it. Um, but it was good. It's a little bit better than Cesaro and Seth Rollins match. Um, I still think the Bayley and Bianca Belair match is a little bit better. Like I said, these two really had no more reason to fight. They hadn't really done nothing good with Sami Zayn in a long time. Hadn't really done nothing good with Kevin Owens in a long time since he's been back, really, truly. Uh, so, uh, but in the end, they was back and forth, and Sami Zayn got the Helluva kick on Kevin Owens and got the pinfall. So Sami Zayn beat Kevin Owens. The next match was the Raw Women's Championship match, Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair. I personally liked this match a lot. I thought it was very good. Most people didn't like it just because they hate Charlotte. They just hate Charlotte with passion, but I'm a big Charlotte fan, Flair fan. I love her a lot. I love Rhea Ripley, a big fan of hers as well. I thought this was a good match. I liked it. It was a very good title match. I thought it was very good. Charlotte Flair did a good job. Rhea Ripley did a good job as well. Took a lot of punishment. I liked the kicks to the leg and how it looked like she was selling her leg well. Like Charlotte really messed her leg up. Rhea Ripley's leg up. I didn't like the ending. It was a good match to the end, and they ruined it. It was dumb having Rhea Ripley get disqualified by just pulling the table off. That was dumb. Uh, I did like the end how Charlotte Flair, basically called Rhea a B and said you're learning, and I taught you that. You learned everything from me. So I liked that part after the match was over, but the match in itself I didn't like. I thought it was a very good match. I thought at least should have had an ending to it. That was worth it. But good match. I liked it. Charlotte Flair won by disqualification because, like I said, Rhea pulled the announce table off. So, yep. So, good match. I liked it. That's probably my favorite match of the night. Good match. Uh, WWE Championship match, Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre. This was a Hell in a Cell match. I thought this was a very good match. I really liked it, especially towards the end. It got really competitive. They beat the crap out of each other. It was a very good match. MVP got involved. McIntyre took care of him. It really looked like Drew McIntyre was going to beat Bobby Lashley. Drew McIntyre got the really good pin at one point. MVP pulled McIntyre out. And the WWE ended with stupid endings to a match. MVP got involved again. Bobby Lashley got McIntyre from behind and got him in a roll up and beat Drew McIntyre by a roll up. So Bobby Lashley's still champion and he retains the title. Stupid into a really good match. As usual, WWE ruins things with their endings. Yep, stupid. Yeah. Uh, this pay-per-view, like I said, was okay, nothing special. But like I said, nothing I thought was actually bad on it, so I give it, a standard rating, nothing special, nothing great. Give it a 6 out of 10, lowest I can go instead of under it being bad, give it a 6 out of 10. Uh, so, yep. Uh, yep, I was Hell in a Cell, 6 out of 10. Another Yawner, sleeper, downer for WWE. Another week off, essentially. Yep. Not surprising, that's what WWE is nowadays, just, It's all hype. It's all smoke and mirrors with WWE nowadays. Yep. So the AEW show, like I said, was good. The Ring of Honor show was good, and the GCW show I thought was very good. Yep. So another good week of wrestling. I hope y'all guys enjoyed it, liked my reviews. Uh, Hope you keep commenting and giving me solid feedback. Hope everybody's doing well. Give me bad feedback if you want. Just any feedback would be nice. I appreciate it. Hope everybody's doing well. Staying safe. Happy wrestling. See ya. Bye.